Alright. As is customary, I'll pour myself a drink. Wait for some people to show up here. Hey, Cleveland, what's up, buddy? Thanks for popping in. I'm a little earlier than I usually am, but... Hey, John. Thanks for coming, buddy. The spirit of the season. That's today's drink. I don't know if you guys can see that. There we go. Then again, I also don't know. It might be backwards for you. What up, Matthew? Thanks for coming. Do I notice it tastes different? Oh, the Winter Jack? Yeah, it's got like a, kind of like an apple cider taste to it. Nice, Matthew. That's a great way to spend the day. I particularly like the Winter Jack warmed up. Oh, it's so delicious warmed up. In fact, at Thanksgiving, I'll take the big Yeti cup and I'll warm up a lot of it. All right, so I'm trying something a little different. I got my other on my laptop over there streaming this as well, so that I can see what you guys see. And man, it is delayed. Whatever. I did find the perfect piece of purple poplar for the top and bottom of this box, which is going to be here. I don't know if you can see the line I drew. It's going to be this section here, and that'll be the other side of it. The bottom side won't really matter. I just want the pretty side up top. Well, Matthew, I'm glad you had a good time. It's important to spend time with your family. Yeah, we're gonna get. So today we're gonna get the top and bottom done. We're gonna get the box all glued up. So today we'll be using the planer and probably just the table saw and a router. And that should be about it for tools. And then we'll see where we're at. If there's enough time, maybe I'll throw together the other box that I want to make. Move this thing here. Look at this though. This is come on, turn around. There we go. These are Alan's sign blanks that I made. I mean, this is two of them, obviously. So there's one sanded. And then this one came out of the clamps. So he hasn't seen that yet, so yeah, chat does look like it's rolling along right on point with the other one, so that's cool. It's just a little weird when I move here and then I look over there and I see me doing it. That's really weird. John, if I'm doing it for production, or if I want to see, like, if it's something that if I can mass produce for sale, I'll track the time. But things on the live stream, everything goes way slower. That is way too high. Everything's way slower, so I don't track the time really. Other things like these signboards, I could do them in 2 days if I was really pressed to. But I've been shooting a video with the one, and then I had to get the shop cleaned up some so I could make the other one. And then I got distracted with actual work, like other work. So I didn't spend too much time working on things like that. Hey Alex, how's it going? Crackle Barrel was cold. I don't think I've ever been in a warm Crackle Barrel. I'm pretty sure they always keep it cold. Oh, John, you were the one that got me that? That's really cool. Thanks. I seen the notification pop up and I was like, "Oh, wow, that's cool." For some reason I don't get, and I checked, I do have the little bell on. But for some reason I don't get very many notifications from him. Like I have to actually go check his channel to see if he put out anything new. So they had an actual fire going. Yeah, so fireplaces are probably the worst way to heat anything. They just suck heat up the chimney. I mean, there's ways you can make it better, but if you think about it, logically, you have a hole through your roof where the exhaust is going. Fire needs air. It's going to pull it from everywhere. Alex, I'm a little jealous. I believe it's about... what is the temp? Oh, it's not terrible here. It's 47. I still got the heat on. Matthew, maybe they're expecting you to eat the food to warm up, but then again, last time I was at a Cracker Barrel, food took a really long time. And wasn't exactly hot. Man. I'm super jealous. I wish it was 65 here. I don't care about the overnight temperatures. I just want nice daytime temperatures. But we're coming up on, I don't know, fucking snow anytime soon, so who knows. All right, I'm going to finish this off, and then I reckon we'll get going on running this through the planer and getting it cut down and getting that box finished up. Yeah, John, cast iron stoves, man, they will put out some heat. The one that I got for my shop here, I could probably use that thing to heat my entire house. You can keep it, Matthew. You can keep it. In fact, I'm going to drag my snowplow out of here this weekend, hopefully, maybe next weekend, and put it out on the street and hope somebody takes it, because I don't want snow. See, I don't mind. I don't mind snow on like Christmas or on a weekend maybe. But during the week when I got to, my day job is a mechanic, so when I got to be under that and getting that nasty crap dripping all over me, it drives me nuts. Those are the days that I hate it. Or driving to and from work, because I can drive fine. Everybody else forgets how to drive. The cold though, that can go away. I like nice weather. All right. Let's see. Gotta go over and give myself a thumbs up because why not? All right, I'm gonna run the planer. Just pop into the chat. Let me know if it's loud or whatever. We've only got this one piece to plane, and then we're going to take it down to about 3/4 of an inch. So it shouldn't take terribly long. Hi, Turner. I got about one. Yep, John, that is exactly it. They're the ones who'll come flying up on somebody on a boat. Layers, Alex, layers. And if you're working, you're warm. All right, we'll fire this up. Yeah, riding wheeler in the snow is fun. I used to have a snowmobile, but we haven't gotten really enough snow for it to matter, so I got rid of it a couple years back now. All right, guys. Need better light. So, I don't know if you can see, but this area here will be what I'm targeting for the box lid and base. Same on the other side. Trying to show you that little. Alex, yes, this is purple poplar. This was a little leftover piece off of one of the longer ones that I had. I cut it off because I wanted that grain. Turner, I'm sorry that I missed most of the ending of your live today. I got a little distracted in the lumber yard, but I'm glad you caught. Four-inch poplar? Also, for the record, this jewelry box, if any of you don't know, is going to be in the Turner Fishing 25 Days of Christmas thing. So, get yourself a ticket over there. He's in chat. You can find him. Or Cleveland can post a link. Pretty sure he's got one handy. If he's got tickets available, you best get one. All right, so that should be. Oh, we will have to use this one more time. All right, so I'm just going to drag this whole thing off to the side. There it is. I don't know how many people watch this that aren't already on your channel, Turner, but just in case. Just in case. All right. Move that monstrosity off to the side. Turner, what was or maybe you did say and I missed it. What was your final total for caught? $30+. I mean, damn. That's a great day of fishing. All right. I'm thinking if you set the camera up kind of behind you, like an over-the-shoulder view, I think that might turn out to be a good view. I don't know. I don't do fishing lives, so I do see people set them up, set their camera up far away, and generally just ignore it for the most part. I mean, that's bank fishing, but. All right. So, man, that's a pretty piece of wood. So we need to figure out, I think that's going to be the top side that I want. We'll base everything off of that. So I need a piece 8.5 by 6.5, and then I'll cut it down proper. Actually, we'll just do this. Oh, that could be cool. Yeah. Can you hotspot with your phone, or is that not part of your plan? Or does it beat your phone up too much? Let's make sure. I think that'll look all right. Let me see if I can't get you guys a view of what I'm looking at here. Turn around. Can I turn the camera on or the light on? There we go. So this is what I'm looking at when I'm trying to. Is that on? Yep. When orientation is locked. Yeah, I know. So I'm looking at down through here as to what's going to be the view, like what the top would look like. And I don't really want to cut this whole section off, you know, so that I can have like that bit. But I want to have, you know, I think something like that would be all right. What do you guys think? I mean, that obviously picture that up here, because that would be the top. I gathered that signal was a hard thing to do up there. So what do you guys think? You think that looks all right? I think that'll look pretty good. This. Turn that around. Turn this on. All right. This will be the lid up here. So what do you think? Is that going to look good? Or should I move it up further? Yes, the poplar will be the top and the bottom. This same section is going to be split, and that will be the top and the bottom. I'm going to cut it. We're gonna rip it in there. But I kind of like this, where it gives a little bit of this down here and a little bit of that, or most of that up there. All right, perfect. Make sure the camera wasn't, or the light wasn't on. All right. Okay, so I'm going to mark this out real quick so that I don't lose where I'm at. I am cutting this oversized so that way I can work it down to fit the box, because I do have to route a groove to get it to fit inside of the get it to fit in these here. So all right. And as some of you may have noticed, I didn't bother making sure that the wood for this box was flat. Just ran it through the planer because I'm working with such small pieces that if the whole thing is bowed across the length of it, I'm working with a little bit of it. You won't ever notice that bow. Alan, hey buddy, thanks for popping in. Nice of you to take a break from your vacation to come watch me make some noise. All right, I'm going to run a table saw. Just fair warning if you guys need to turn the volume down or whatever. I will once I plug it in, rather. Now I'm going to run the table saw. There we go. That's going to be the top, and that will be the bottom. But I need to thin it out a little more with the table saw before I cut it in half. So So, I'm going to take a little bit off of there. All right, more table saw. I could. In fact, I will. I'll show you guys what it looks like book matched. But this piece has been earmarked for that box, so no angel wings on this one. Although over there, right there, and right here, there's a whole bunch of lumber that I picked up out of the cull bin at my local wood shop. They said it was worthless, but I can find value in it, and in little projects like this. So, hey, thanks, Cleveland. Appreciate that. All right, there's this bit here that I'm gonna have to cut off. I don't have to cut too much in from this side. I just have to cut a little bit in, but we're gonna get rid of some of that because when I split it in half, when I resaw it, that is gonna turn into a projectile, and I don't want that. So, a little more table saw. Much better. Alright. So we'll whittle this down to our final sizing here. Or at least really close. So we're going to make it the same size as this box, which will give me a little bit of leeway. I'll have about quarter of an inch that I have to trim off with the on the router table, which will be perfect. So we want that to go to right there. And this way, we want it to go to right here. All right. No, this won't go left to right. This will only go front to back. It's got these runners on the bottom of it that fit into the miter slots on my table saw. So it only allows it to go front to back. Can't go side to side. This was just a quick down and dirty table saw sled that I made because I needed a table saw sled. So all right. So we're gonna trim. I don't like that. We're gonna trim this way and then remeasure. All right, a little bit more table saw. Okay. I marked this on the wrong side. I was going to be cutting off of this side, and I don't want that. I want to cut off this not pretty side. It is definitely a little bit like cheating because, well, it gives me a perfect square cut. And I can work with small pieces any orientation that I want. So it's definitely a little bit like cheating. Alright, one more time on the saw for now. Okay, there we go. That will be our piece. And then all we're going to do is we're going to split it. I'm going to make the top a little thicker than the bottom because I kind of want the top to be flush with the box. If it doesn't turn out to be flush, I can make it flush, but I want the top to be a little thicker. So I just have to, because I don't have my bandsaw here, I get to resaw this like I did the box and do that on the table saw. So to do that, I have to get rid of my sled. Make sure my blade is at 90 degrees. Which it should be. And I lost my angle gauge. There it is. Sorry, I had my messages on top messages, so if I missed you, I apologize. So, I think what I'm going to do, Turner, is I'm going to just send this box to you, and you can just mail it out to whoever wins. So, if he doesn't put it in just a slip of paper in a box, go for the big box. That'll definitely be the one. Maybe. Perfect 9. Okay. All right. So we want to leave. How thick is that groove? That groove is exactly 3/8 of an inch. Wow. All right. So I want to go just over 3/8. I think we'll go to 1/4 of an inch. All right. It's time for you guys to decide which side you like better with the top, the leveler thing. Oh. This thing? This is a digital angle gauge. If you power it on and you put it on the table, it'll tell you what the angle is of the table, and then you can turn it onto its side onto either your blade or your fence to see what angle they are. Yeah, it's super handy. Super handy. Now, the box, I did cheat a little bit this week. I cleaned up the miter joints, and I discovered that my little planer, if you put that fence at 45 degrees, it makes a nice 45-degree cut on that miter, and they go together like butter. So, I cheated a little bit, but I didn't put it together. So, anyway, so which side should be the top? Side A or side B? A or B? In fact, now that I'm looking at it, I'm not sure there's really a difference. Side A? Alright, perfect. So, we're going to mark this. T for top, B for bottom. Alright. Also, Alan, I took this one out of glue up finally. What do you think of that? I did change the wood around a little bit. I mean, it's obviously going to get cut down. So will this one, but I showed everybody else that, and then you popped in, so I figure I had to show you. All right, so bottom will be this side. Good. I will get those cut down to size and engraving tonight. After the live. So. Yeah, Alex, it is definitely just a job site saw. It's if you want it to, it can do precision work, but you have to pay attention to it. You can't just set it and forget it. In fact, I'm going to have to square up my fence this way, square it up to the table again. This way it's fine. It's square to the blade, which is the important thing, but it's just off a 90, which means that my cut is going to be just off 90, but that's what the planer's for. So the planer will take care of that. All right, I'm going to run the table saw for a little while. And also, when I get a finish on this, that grain will really pop. So will the box grain itself. Yeah, they definitely move. I tightened the clamp thing. I tightened that a lot, and the little bolts here, I put thread locker on. So it doesn't move as much. But when I first got it, it definitely would walk when you were doing multiple cuts. All right, I'm gonna run the table saw for a bit and resaw this. I'll be back. All right. So there would be those angel wings. I'll show you better when I get done running them through through the planer and clean up that hump in the middle. That should be all she wrote for the table saw. Unless we build another one. And then we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. So, I'm going to pack this thing up so it's out of the way. I want to knock down Alan's boards. You'll be able to see it a lot better when I get you guys over here underneath the light, and I match them up so they got a good reflection. But yeah, they do have a very nice angel wing look to them. Alright, where'd my little blocks of wood go? There they are. I got some roller wheels and I was going to put them under this, and then I decided that would probably mean that this would become more permanent, and I don't want it to be a permanent thing. This was a thrown together thing, and I want it to stay that way. But so running pieces this small through the planer can be super sketchy. So maybe I should run them through the jointer instead. I am under 6 inches, so that would probably be smart. Yeah, we're gonna do that. I don't want to have them grab and bust up. Yeah, I got 3. I have 2 of them right here. I've got 4, 6, 8. I've got 8 more to put up, but haven't got there yet, which will be those. It's 8 of those. I mean, back there I have this one random one. Just kind of adds light. But that one will go back in the basement or get put up as I might use it as a raking light. So a raking light you shine across your board when you're sanding. That way you can see any imperfections before you put finish on it. So once you put finish on it, any imperfection in that board will stick out like a sore thumb. Alright, so I'm going to put this up, put the planer up. I think we're done with that. I don't want to ruin these pieces before they even get made. So I don't think I have another piece that has that kind of fixing on it. Now we'll move you guys over here. Yeah, I don't know. Honestly don't remember how much they cost. I think I got them from the one goofy one in the back. I'm pretty sure it came from Harbor Freight or Walmart or something. Probably Walmart on like Black Friday. These ones I got from Lowe's, I think. I bought them on clearance, so I don't even remember how much they cost. But when I seen that they were on clearance, I was like, damn, that means I better get some because I'll never get any ever again. So, I grabbed them. Now, can you get them from somewhere else? Probably. Alright. I'll clamp this thing down because it likes to walk. Also, Turner, these clamps, Harbor Freight. The 6-inch ones are like $2, $2.50. Hi, Janelle. Appreciate you stopping in. The 12-inch ones were like, 50 cents more. So, Harbor Freight, buddy. And they work amazing. I love them. All right. Yeah, I'm kind of jealous about that. I'd really like to get a couple of those. I know you guys are more of fishing people, but and now woodworking watchers. But if any of you are like watching people paint, Janelle, she does watercoloring paints. She makes some pretty nice paintings. I like them. So, there's that. Alright. So what we're going to do is we're going to run these across the planer to get rid of that inconsistency from the table saw. And then we'll have our top and bottom. And I'll be able to show you what the book match angel wings look like. No problem, Janelle. No problem at all. So, we're going to turn that down. I want to go with the grain, which is that way. I gotta make one more pass on that. Sorry, guys. See, I got a tiny bit of tear out there, but it is what it is. A little bit up here on the end, but my box is oversized, or my plates are oversized, so. All right. Oh, I suppose it'd probably help if I unbolted that. All right, show you guys the wings. Oh, suddenly that. I need to get something to put under there to even them out. Oh, I wonder if this will work. Yeah, that'll get it closer. There we go. What do you think, Turner? Look good? Right? I agree. I agree with Cleveland. It is definitely time for an upgrade. If his speakers are louder than yours. So, since we have this extra cutoff from making the box, this is what we're going to size our groove to. So as you can see, this one needs to come down just a little bit. And then this one will obviously need to come down quite a bit. But and we'll be able to make it proud of the top, which I think would be cool. Or I could make it flush, I guess. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I make it flush with the top of the box so that it looks like this? Or should I make it just a little proud of the top of the box and then round that over? That's the face of the top. That's the face on the bottom. The base is going to be inset. The base will be like that. Leave the top proud. I think the top proud will look nice, and I can always round over the edges and kind of draw them in together. Oh, flush does feel nice. It's a dilemma. Okay, so that will be the face down. This will be the face up. All right, I'm gonna grab out the router table. As you can see, super fancy, high-end piece of equipment. We're not going to use the DeWalt routers, but you think flush? All right. Well, Turner, since it's going to be on your channel and your giveaway, why don't we do flush? Alright. You'll have to give me a few minutes to get this all set up. Yeah, it really does. I mean, for a sub, I don't know. I think I bought it on sale from Lowe's for like $180, and it came with the router. I mean, it's a single speed router, but it came with the router. I mean, now I've got my big and little DeWalt routers, so this only gets used really when I need the table. So. And then at the other shop, I have a much better router. So, but that's not here. Here is the anyone can do it shop. All right. I do need that. Even you, Turner. Even you. Maybe. Hopefully. So here, so this needs to be that high. Actually, I'm wrong. It needs to be bigger than Alright, so we're going to run 2 sides, and then we're going to cut it down a little bit, so that way we okay. So we're going to run 2 sides. And is this going to be too loud? I don't think it'll be too loud, but I've been known to be wrong once or twice in my life. It does need to be yes, you do, Janelle. You're right. All right. Well, I will just warn you when I'm ready to fire up, and that way you guys can do your own thing. And we're going to sneak up on this. So I want this side and this side. So move our fence in. So doing stuff like this, or working with tools like this, is exactly how I started, and I feel like that's how everybody starts. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with it. As you're seeing, you can make good-looking products with basic tools. So, all right, we're going to give this a run and see how she fits in the groove. She fits in really well, height-wise, but I need to move the fence back just a bit. To get it to fit in depth-wise. So, we're going to try this again. You know, I think that'll give a pretty near perfect fit. And I hope you can see that. It'll have a nice clean edge. I think that'll work out wonderfully. Alright, so that's going to be our setting for this piece. So I need to route this side. Again, a near perfect fit. I think that'll do. I could possibly go a little deeper. But I do want it to be able to move just a little bit. Alright, so that's two sides of that one. We're not going to adjust this yet. And the way it's set up is the way we want to use it. But we will have to make, because I made it oversized so that way I knew I would have enough room to work. So to do that, we're going to put this in here. Oh, you guys really can't see anything that I'm doing, can you? So, put that in there. That needs to come over. There's the tape back. Alright. So that'll give me a nice snug fit that way. So this is what I'm looking at here, right? So this will be what the box looks like on the bottom. We'll have this little bit of an overhang, but I want to make sure that it is perfectly sized, and then I'll come up here to this corner and to this corner, and I will mark it, and then I'll probably just grab the table saw real quick, since it is the best tool to give me a straight square cut quickly. So we're going to mark this. Should be about here. And this one should be about there. So I'm looking in here. I'm looking in here to where the top of the hole on this side, the top of that slot rolls or ends, and I'm transferring that to my board here, and then the same down on that side where the top of the slot ends. So that way I know that that should be perfectly sized, and I won't have to worry about it. Now, I may make it just a nudge undersized, so that way it... How did my stuff get all turned? Alright. Hasn't fallen over yet. Perfect. Okay. So, sorry, I was looking at my laptop and it was buffering. I didn't know if the stream was buffering or if it was just the laptop. This isn't on Wi-Fi. The phone is on cellular, and I got 5G full bars. So, but the laptop is on Wi-Fi, and I have to move the router a little closer, put in a repeater, something. But anyway, I'm gonna fire up the table saw real quick. Should only take me about 10 seconds, to get those two cuts done. So give me just a minute. Takes longer to put this thing out than it does to use it. All right. And then I know that I can then use that piece to measure the top piece. Okay, so boy, that is one. All right, sorry about that. Okay, so we're going to make this a wee bit undersized. Oh. I also ordered my electrical panel, my sub panel to put in over there. They never have it in stock, so I ordered that. I've got outlets ran all over the place waiting for it, so hopefully in the next week or two I can get that done and not have to unplug stuff and plug it back in. Then I can start putting the walls up and getting things set up proper. So. Well, I hope if the stream is buffering a bunch, let me know, or if it's all goofy, let me know and I'll see what I can do to fix it. Might just have to relocate the camera or something. But I'm gonna run the table saw here for a minute, and I'll be right back. Okay. Alrighty, Alex. Well, I hope not. I mean, I do have full bars of 5G, but if stuff is getting finicky around town, then I can see them making me buffer. Alright. So there's a perfect fit. Yep. I think that'll do her. Ooh. That is one tight friction fit. Alright. We're going to route the other two sides of this, and we're going to make sure that it fits in the box. And if it does, we'll take this and use it as a template to cut this. And then route it as well. I mean, obviously we still have to sand everything, but with the planer and the jointer having nice good blades on them, the sand really shouldn't take long at all. In fact, we'll probably skip 80 grit and go right to 120. But there's our piece. We got our edges routed. These lines are from me running it across the plane or the jointer, or this. So, let's see if this works. Yeah. Oh. Here it goes. Why don't you have a gander at what I'm doing here? Okay. Now, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, this piece here. Oh. Yep. All right. This piece does not match that at all. Suppose I could have numbered these. It made life easier, but oops. Alright, this piece goes there. Alright, figured it out. Okay, so I need to trim just a little bit to get these corners to line up. But this, so I need to trim just a little bit off of the edge of this bottom piece. Because they're bottomed out, so I can't, you can see it, the sides are pushed out a little bit, so this corner doesn't line up. But the gist of it will be that. With that on the bottom, if I can get it to look pretty. There we go. And then obviously the same on the top. And then we'll get everything sanded and glued up. So I'm going to trim that just a little bit. I need to trim down the side just a nudge, and then run it across the router again. So we'll go off of this side. Alright. Give me just 1 second. Yoink. So we'll run that edge down this thing again. Now that I mix my pieces all up and I have no idea what is what. Okay. Let's lay these out so that I know what I'm doing. Nope. There. Here and here. Mark. Hey Dave, thanks for popping in. Just doing a little test fit here, getting everything dialed in. Oh, I remember what I did. I never made this piece a touch shorter. Remember, this piece had to be a little bit shorter, and I never did that. So, I got to do that now that everything lines up. But this is the proper size that I need for the base, so I'm going to cut that, and then I will fine-tune this long piece here where my thumbs are. But that's what we're looking at. I think this will be a really pretty jewelry box, keepsake box, whatever. If Turner keeps it, it'll probably be a food box, snack box in the shop. Joking. Sort of. All right. So this is the size that I need for this, which means this is what we're going to cut down to. Which means back to the table saw. One last time. You know, I really wonder if my neighbors hear me talking to myself over here and think that I'm just a wee bit nuts. Alright. So I want to keep as much of that as I can. And we're going to stay right there. then I want to take it off top. Which means I want to be right about there. Not enough room for your snacks. Well, they could be little snacks. I was wiping the sawdust off of this piece, and I wasn't paying attention, and I smacked one of the teeth on the saw blade, which is stupid sharp. Just barely nicked my finger, and it wasn't like spinning or anything crazy, but. Right? It is good to keep some neighbors guessing. Okay, so that's the depth in and out that we need. That's already set here. So we are going to move that over here. Gonna plug this in. Now we just need to work on the height. So to make this flush, I need it to be up. I need it to be up 4 or 5 times where it's at now. Anyway. So we're going to go up there. That looks really close. And if it's not perfect, I can run a flush trim bit over it. Yeah, I bet they do hear you when you get super chat started. Okay, guys. Now I want to ask you a question. Do you like? Well, now I have too much flavor. Do you like the coloring of this side? The grain doesn't matter at this point. It's all the same. Or do you like the coloring on this side? Well, it doesn't really translate in the camera. This side has a more purplish hue here. This side is all kind of one color for the most part. What do you think? B or A? Thanks, Janelle. I've got a friend of mine who's a teacher that wants me to make some videos for her to show in class. This is for the top. So once I route it, I won't be able to flip it over. It'll have to be like if I route it so this is the top, this face is up, then it will always be up. The one with more color. So this side with this kind of like lighter purple bit right here. Really wish you could see that because it is beautiful here, but the camera doesn't do it justice. So, all right, we'll go with that. So this side down. All right, I'm gonna run the jointer again here. gum. That'll be right perfect. Okay, so now all I have to do is cut this side up so that I have my tongue sticking out to lock into the slot. And I don't think, wonder, nope, I have to come down a little bit. Bummer. Not far, just a little bit. That would have been super convenient if I could have just flipped it over. Be the next shop teacher. You meant with one finger, didn't you, Janelle? Or one finger missing. Okay. Alright, I need to leave that line. Probably be nice if I could see that line. Actually, that's right, perfect. All right. Yeah. The more fingers missing, the better the product. Yep. All right. We're gonna run this. Should be the last time we need to run this. Unless I need to fine tune it a little. Okay. That's kind of amusing, you know. My electric shop teacher, he was missing a finger on each hand. He was missing a pinky and, well, he had half of a middle finger. And then my shop teacher, my wood shop teacher, he had, I want to say it was half of a thumb. And then the same hand, he had like the tips of his fingers cut off, and he was missing a pinky. And the other hand, he was missing, I want to say his index finger. It was nuts. Whatever he was doing, he didn't learn the first time. Okay, this gives me a little bit of play in this, but that's fine. I can work with that. There'll be room for glue. So there will be, and she'll sit she'll sit. You see that I have just a little bit of wiggle room there. Not a lot, just a little bit. I'll make sure she sits solid, don't you worry. But she won't move anyway because it'll fit tight against the sides of the box. So either way. All right, so there is top. There is bottom. Now, I got to break out the jointer one more time so that I can fix that one that's just a nudge too long. So I apologize, but we'll get that wiggled down just a little bit so that she fits nice and tight like. Oh, it was probably dirty. We'll get it whittled down. There. Yeah, not a one of them could be a typing teacher. Not at all. I'm gonna say that we're probably good with the table saw. So I'm gonna fold that up so it's out of the way. Turn you around. You can watch me play with the saw, I guess. And because I'm a wood hoarder, these little scraps that I've been cutting off, they are going to end up in a pile or a bucket or a box. In fact, there's a box right there. Right, oh, where'd it go? Right there. That is starting yet another scrap collection. Yeah, well, Janelle, some of those people back in the day with hand tools, they could really work. They didn't mess around at all. Somebody had asked earlier if I ever figure out how much time it takes me to do a project, and I usually do not. I don't usually pay much attention to it, but these types of little things, they don't take long at all. I mean, I don't know how long the first live was, but I bet if you watch the first live and added up all the time that I was actually working on this, and plus whatever happens today, and then because today will be glue up, and then it'll sit, and then either tomorrow if I'm super excited about it, or next weekend on the next live, I will cut the top off and do the finishing and stuff, and then it'll be done. So it really doesn't take much time at all, especially if you're just working. Like the little Christmas tree things. Like I have a stack somewhere over here. There is a stack of like fence pickets right there that I'm going to be doing the Christmas trees out of. And I fully expect that I will have, I don't know, probably 40 of them done tomorrow. And if I think about it, I'll put up the live. But I probably won't be paying any attention to it. I'll probably just put the camera up just to overlook the shop. I might look at it time to time, but for the most part, I think it'll just be a production day. And I did go right there is a little drill press from Harbor Freight. It was on sale for $80, I think. So I picked that up, fired it up, made sure it worked. Got it all set up the other day. Yesterday, actually. Got it all set up yesterday. Alright, I need to clamp. This is definitely not best practice for this stuff, but we're going to use this to cheat the 45. So having this clamped open so all this blade is out, terrible idea, but I'm using it right now to measure. It's not even plugged. It is plugged in, but there, I took the key out. Now nobody can yell at me. So I want this I need this to make my 45, because then it's just so much easier and I don't have to clean any edges up. So come on, zero up. Aw. Battery died. Or is dying. And I can't even turn it off. Alright. This 45 degrees to that. Just in case anybody was wondering. So always answered too. Sorry guys, my chat got all goofy. Hi Steph. What were you gonna yell at me about? I didn't do anything wrong. I took the key out. Can't turn on its own. Yeah, I was really upset about a low battery. Although, to be fair, it has a little low battery level indicator on it, and it's been at the bottom for weeks now. And I've just been ignoring it. Okay, so I have the fence pulled open, not all the way. You can see this is only part with a blade. But the way that I'm going to be using this, come on. So the way that I'm going to be using this is going to get in the way. So I won't clamp it all the way open, because I don't want anybody to think I'm trying to cut my finger off. Plus, it's really not safe. I don't know how many accidents there are with planers, but I don't want to be one of them. Because this thing spins ridiculously fast, and boy, it'll grind up anything you put in there. So, we aren't going to be part of that. And YouTube probably won't enjoy it if it's on the live stream. Okay, so I make sure these are all equal sizes. All right, this one needs to be cut down just a nudge. Reconnect? Oh. Why was it reconnecting? Wants to be a smoke detector. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I have my fence, this piece set to 90 degrees from this, right? So I'm going to run this across here a few times so that I keep my 45-degree angle. But I have to be careful because this little bit here will break off. So I have to have my fingers fairly close to try to support that. It looks closer on camera than it is in real life, I promise. Oh, I gotta put my key back in. Can't turn it on. All right. Okay, I need to take probably one more pass off of that. Maybe two. All right, well, that's pretty well perfect. So, all right, we're done doing the sketchy stuff. I promise it wasn't as bad as it looked, but definitely not something that you should be doing if you're not familiar with the tools and not comfortable doing it. A little disclaimer. It is definitely not how the manufacturer intended it to be used. Guess I need to unplug it before I put it away. Okay. So now we're going to make a little noise with the sander. We've been live for exactly 2 hours now. I appreciate everybody for hanging out. I'm going to sand this, and then we're going to put it together. It should be all set to glue up. And then I will contour the edges and stuff. So give me just a minute here. All right, let's see. put this box down and sand on that. So today's sandpaper is some Walmart Gator brand stuff. It's absolutely awful, but this stuff, oh, it's terrible. I mean, it does the job, but it takes so long. This project won't take near that long to sand because there's not a whole lot to do. But I've got Cubitron paper. I've got Cubitron paper, but I already spent the money on this stuff, and I really, really want to use it so that I don't waste my money. I've had this paper for years. So we are just going to do 120 and 220, and then we should be done. If I need to, I'll bump it up to 320 maybe, but I don't think I really need to. I think the 220 will do fine. So, we got our top, we got our bottom, left side, right side, front and back. This part's going to be a little boring for you guys, I'm sure. Nobody likes to watch people sand. Very few people like to sand. I'm not one of them. But try to make it as quick and efficient as I possibly can. Okay, so I am only going to sand the top and bottom at 220. The inside doesn't matter. That's at 180. So it's also going to be lined, so you're never going to see it. Just sanding it for the sake of sanding it, because why not? The outside of the box, I will sand when the box is assembled and dry, and that will also get rid of any glue squeeze out and stuff. But the top and the bottom, I need to sand both sides to 220. The bottom, mainly because it's inset, it needs to be sanded, because I won't be able to do it proper with it put together. The bottom, the inside of the box, ultimately doesn't matter, but I've got it, so why not? So these ones are going to be sanded afterwards. These ones are going to get sanded right now. That'll cut down on sanding time. Alright, so let me throw another piece on here of, I'm sorry, that was 120, not 180. That was 120. Now before I align it, I will seal the inside of the box, because you should seal all 4 sides, or all but 6 sides of a piece of wood, to stop it from expanding and contracting. But you're not going to see the inside of the box other than the very top of it, so it'll be all right. So I'm going to sand these real quick, and then we can assemble. Almost got you. Hey, Purnell. Thanks for popping in, buddy. Just finished up the sanding, or at least the sanding that we're going to do for now, before assembly. Yeah, sanding is definitely not my favorite thing to do, but it needs to be done, so. And until Elon makes me a robot that'll do it for me, gotta suffer. So I'm just wiping them off, making sure that all the stuff is gone. I mean, obviously I'll blow them off then to get all the dust out of the pores, but before finish. But that'll be after the final sand on the outside. So we are going to find out if we mess this up or not. This is either going to be a really pretty box or a really pretty fire. So I think we're gonna have a really pretty box. Look at these little slips of packing paper that you can buy. They are amazing for blocking glue. Like stopping glue from being all over stuff. Refresh my chat here, just in case. Alright. So, first we want to line up our pieces, make sure they are going proper. That doesn't look right. There we go, that's proper. That doesn't look right. There we go. Which means that one goes there. And then, so this will go on the bottom that way. This with the, I wonder if you can see that better now. No? Bummer. It's got a really, really pretty purple right through here. That, I guess you guys will just have to wait to see later. So that'll be the top. That's the inside. Alright, I need to grab some masking tape. And I'm going to need a couple of clamps. I have a band clamp that's got the 4 corner pieces, but they don't work. At least that one doesn't work very well for small stuff. So we'll use regular clamps instead. I just have to be careful. You don't want to squeeze the life out of it. We're going to use tape to, well, I guess what I need to do is this. First of all, I need to get my seams taped. The other really nice thing about painter's tape is it helps prevent squeeze out, so that's really nice. Wait a minute. That one goes there. That one goes there. Alright. So I already taped up the wrong side. Only get one shot at doing that, I guess. Doing the tape part. Bring the glue up. Because, once it's glued, well, that's pretty much it. She's staying together forever. Oh no. Stuck to the table. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, Janelle, I'll do that. I'll post a picture of it. I'll see what I can do to make the color stick out. Yeah. So typically you would do this when it's the other way, so you can just lay the wood down onto it, but I'm trying to be complicated and do things backwards, so. Plus, I generally don't have any luck flipping the pieces back over without messing up the joint. All right, there's that. Need to fix my wobbly table. Give me 1 second. I promise when I built this, the legs were right, but I built it to be over there, where it sits flat, and the rest of the garage is apparently not as flat as that spot. So, I do build things flat once in a while. Alright. I'm just going to make sure that I can get that in there. So, I'm not going to glue. Well, this box is so small, it really won't matter. I can glue this in. Wood movement is a thing. But generally, the smaller the project, the less it matters. Is that going to be all right? That would probably be all right. But glue squeeze out is always a problem. So you just want to coat things. You don't want it to be all sorts of crazy. So we're going to get that in there. Nice. Perfect. Give it a good press. Going to get the top in, and then we're going to glue up the box and the miters and the rest of the grooves. Okay. Any squeeze out inside the box, I can take care of with a chisel after I cut the box open. But gluing the end grain, I don't know if you guys can see this one here, how the glue just kind of absorbed right in. So you want to make sure you get another little bit on there. And we haven't glued our final edge yet. That will come once we start putting the box together, so we're not sticking our fingers in it and rubbing it all over the place. So these grooves, I'm not putting a ton of glue in there. There doesn't need to be a lot because these pieces fit nice and tight. So they will squeeze out glue. They will squeeze the glue around for me. And any so we're going to go this way. Fold this first piece up, get everything to start to mesh together. Push my pieces over. Oh no. Okay. We're going to do this. We're just going to... There we go. That bottom one doesn't really want to go in there. That's a really tight-fitting joint. All right. Now we're going I'm going to glue this corner. Flip the whole thing up on end. We're going to glue a little bit on here. I don't want it to run in the box, but take our little brush, let's just rub that around. Rub this one around a little more. Rub that one. Make sure everything is sitting pretty. Yeah. Howdy. Okay. And we'll throw some clamps on it to John, no, I'm not. The wood glue doesn't matter what brand or what species you're putting it on. It just knows that there's wood there. And it's going to do glue things. That is not big enough. Oh, goodness. So we don't want to squeeze the bejesus out of this, but we do want it to be tight. Paperback. Okay. Oop, that one. Oh, no wonder they weren't long enough. I had the wrong one. What do I get for not paying attention, I guess. So doing it this way, there's a fine line between adjusting each one to get a consistent fit. I don't like that in the middle, so we're going to move this up here. If I need to, I'll just grab 4 more clamps. There we go. we'll do that. We'll grab 4 more clamps. Just to make sure everywhere is properly glued. There is proper pressure on it. So like I said, they make band clamps for this, but the one I have doesn't work on the small stuff like this. All right, there. Those are nice and tight. Now, everywhere that there is glue squeeze out, when you want to have a finish on it, that area has to be sanded. You will not get all the glue out of the pores, which is fine. You can touch up sand. Oh, good golly! The whole thing weighs like 1,000 pounds now. All right, so that in, squeeze that in. There. Oh, there's our. Oh, I didn't even set it so I can stand it up. There we go. There is our ridiculously clamped up box. So there's a thing they say about woodworking, and that's you never have enough clamps. That's why. Now, I have a lot of clamps, and every time I go to Harbor, I buy more. So, all right. You know what? That puts us at 2 hours and 45 minutes. Yeah, you got to clamp the hell out of it, I guess. So that puts us at 2 hours and 45 minutes. So I feel like that's a decent live. I won't bother making another one. The other one that I want to make, I'll probably just make it on my own. But it is 5 o'clock. I'm getting hungry. And thirsty. And so yeah, if you want this box, head on over to Turner Fishing with 2 G's. Then, or you can go to crappymanjigs.com and you can buy yourself a ticket for the, I think he calls it the 25 Days of Christmas. There's only going to be 25 tickets available. So, or I think 25. Turner, you'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. Once the tickets are gone, that's it. They're gone. But this particular box, once it's done, will be one of the presents under that tree for his giveaway. So, next week we will yeah, every ticket's a winner. That's right. And he says there's about 15 of them left. So that's right. Every day somebody's going to win. That's right. So next week we will take this. Well, I'll unclamp it before next week, but and I will do any cleanup that I need to do. But next week we'll cut the top off of it. We'll get it lined. We'll get it. Turner, can you? You're a mod. You can post your link, bud. No, I didn't forget my logo. It'll go on the bottom. And I will, in the description, I guess I'll post a link. If Cleveland is still around, there you go. Cleveland has got those links down pat. He must have them on a notepad somewhere. But next week we'll get this finished. We will do final sanding. We'll cut the lid off. We'll line it, and we are going to. I think we're going to shellac this one. But yeah, the links don't work in mobile apparently, but I guess they do once it gets onto the computer. But I will post the link to Turner's channel and to Crappy Man Jigs in the description of the video. And yeah, we should be good there. Sure. I can do that. There you go. So I notice it is different for mods. We can actually touch these links. At least I can. I don't know. So whatever. When the video goes up, when this gets posted up public, I'll put it in the description and I'll pin a comment. Either way, whatever. Either way, we'll pin a comment and put it in the description. But I guess one more live, and this will be done. Which will be pretty convenient because that'll be right in time to ship it off to Turner to go into that tree. So remember, go for the big box. The big box will be the better box. Just saying. And the logo will go on the bottom of this before it gets this logo. Will go on the bottom of it. Oh, gas station hot dogs are terrible. At least around me. That thing's been sitting there for 6 months. Yeah, in a horizontal live, the links are different, but they actually work on chat. So I don't know. Like once it's posted, you can click on the link in the chat log, I guess. But whatever. So, yeah, I guess that's about it, guys. I appreciate y'all. Yeah, it does seem that way. Might have to do a horizontal live sometime. I don't know. Maybe I'll try it tomorrow. I'll do a horizontal live, and I'll just... Thank you, Janelle. I'll put it up there and just kept it looking over the shop. And we'll see what happens. Hi, Larry. Larry's gonna pop in and troll me. I like it. Tomorrow I won't pay much attention to the chat. Probably it'll be a production day. I'm going to pump out a bunch of those spiral trees. So, all right, guys, I appreciate y'all stopping in. Everybody that's popped in and out, and whatever. Oh, Larry, we glued this up. We did all the finished cuts on it and got it all glued up. The top and bottom are purple poplar, and it looks. Turner says they look like angel wings. So, all right. Thanks, guys. We'll see y'all later. Appreciate it.